Hi everyone, it's Gail. I am going to do a little video of my workspace. I did the overview and I thought there was a few things that I would show you. So I'm just going to start on the right and go left. So I've got this little holder here. This was a napkin holder that my daughter made when she was in school. And it holds my Tim Holtz stamping plate. It holds a stencil. It holds my scoring board and my envelope maker. And then I've got these little vintage drawers here that hold clips and most used stamps. These are stamps that I use for Etsy, and it's got the story begins and this book belongs to. The ones I use a lot are just right there. My heat gun over here. This little bag is full of snippets that just come from here and there that are good on the top of tags or to thread through a button or something. My water jars for Mod Podge and paint, and some glues, some paper towels, and the milk jug is water. I don't have water in my studio, so I just keep it in a milk jug. And then if I need to fill up my water jars, I don't have to run all the way upstairs. I've got my coaster for my drink. I always have to have water down here. And then this little divider that has pens. It has credit cards for old credit cards for spreading paint. It's just a little of this and that, really. Some texture making things, my distress crayons, and then this little bucket back here has just some big ephemera that I couldn't fit anywhere else. For instance, I have this sampler pack from Canvas Core, little bow bunny thing. Just big pieces and that won't really fit in any of my other storage are in this bucket. So it's a random bucket, but I know what's in it, so that's I guess what counts. All my glues that I use all the time. So I've got my quick dry, I've got my fast grab, I've got my Mod Podge, and I've got my Fabri-Tac. So those all live there. And on this little pedestal thing, I've got my Oohoo, my big brush pens, the E6000 glue, just some random glues there. And then, as I said in my other video, I got these locker shelf things that are awesome because they raise things up and I can get twice as much on my table. So also in front I've got my Distress ink and my StazOn because those are all the time sort of things. I have this little carousel that has Tim Holtz washi tapes in it. And then up above I have, these are envelopes full, what do I have on the top? Just some playing cards that I just got, so I just threw those up there. And then these are envelopes that have hearts and butterflies and stars made out of wallpaper that I got from Colina Bean. So, and then I have, these are awesome too. I have these, I guess they are, what are they called? I can't think of it right now. But anyway, appliques, that's what they're called. And they're from this gal here. And she's DF Embroidery. Is it? DF Embroidery Gift Shop. So these are cool. Let me show you these if I can get them out one-handedly. This is so different trying to hold and film than with the tripod, but these are her cool embroidery pieces. So she does sewing machine, she does the suitcases, and then this one is cups. So I just have those stuck up there because I don't know why, they just are. and then this basket has it's got, these are tickets, it's got some flowers that I made, it's got some of the coin rolls that I make. These are coffee dyed tags, but they're also spritzed with gold, walnut gold, I think it is, glimmer mist. And so those little beads are my beeswax. I have templates over here, like the ones that I use for punching out holes. This is the book that I use to poke my awl into tickets. There's some mixed media tags right back there, you can see, and I grab those sometimes and add things to them. And yeah, just some random little things in there. So again, I know what's in there, and so I can just quickly grab it. Now this bin, this blue bin, is a Tattered Dream bin. And I'm on the design team for Denise for A Tattered Dream, and so I have all of her stuff. This is literally right where I stand when I'm making a journal. There's my work papers down there, and I just stand here and work away. And then I have all of her stuff at hand. And what I've done for the most part is, like, I have coffee dyed in the front and non-coffee dyed in the back. So that I can just grab sacks, I can grab time cards and tickets, lots of tickets, the guest checks, all of these in this bag are coffee dyed, and all of the various trims and things that Denise offers in her shop. So I have all of that in my little Tattered Dream bin. And then moving right, I've got this old cheese container, and this just has, it has bits. It has, like, I don't know, I got a new stamp and I did this flower pot thing, and I thought I can use that in something. Just little pieces of coffee dyed. This is a thank you for, that I'll stick in with my Etsy order, just an extra. Just lots of little bits and pieces in there that are tiny, and it's like I try to use up this stuff first is my plan. Doesn't always work, but then under this locker decoration, or locker shelf, I mean, this box just contains colored index cards. These are some French phone messages, pink guest checks. These are vintage receipts back here. And then various tags here in organza bags. So that's what's there. And next to that is this cool, let me see if I can get it out to show you, is this cool box of vocabulary cards I got on eBay. So have a bunch of those to work with and to share and stuff. So those are there. And then up above, I have this bin. Let me get it down and show you. Ugh. So this bin has it has all these glossy envelopes that I got at the thrift store that one day, and it's got Rolodex cards. It's got coffee dye tags. It's got some of the coffee dyed. It's mostly everything is coffee dyed in this little bin. And then these are index cards, some doilies, index cards, some glossy bags. It's like I have some airmail envelopes. These are regular envelopes, various regular envelopes, time cards, more doilies, and more envelopes and some cards, more envelopes. This is some ledger paper that I got at the thrift store. And then I have this pad of Mountain Flying Association. It's just some forms, and then this one is the pink railroad forms that I use in a lot in my journals. So this is super easy for me to just grab off the shelf. All of my coffee dyed stuff is just right there, and I can just grab it and go. So then in the front, I just, again, random stuff, but a couple of spools. These are some envelopes that I got at a sale. These are some note cards that a friend gave me with envelopes that she thought I could use. So those were kind of on the front. And then this little basket, I'll get it down here. This little basket has vintage playing cards in the front. It's got these bingo cards that or bingo sheets. They're paper, and they're like all different colors, and so they're really fun to use in the journals. I've got a lot. My favorite vintage postcards are back here too, that someday I want to scan them. I don't know that I'll sell them on Etsy like my friend Kristen does, because I don't know how to do any of that digital stuff. So I count on others to do that. But yeah, gold bond stamps, S&H green stamps, just some vintage things that are just easy to grab here. I've got the V-mail envelopes that I got in an estate sale, and then I've got this awesome book that my sister-in-law gave me on etiquette it's like from the 60s. So that is what is in that basket that lives up on the top shelf too. So it's coffee dyed and vintage up there, and randomness as well. And then the last part of my table, I have my Fiskars cutter here. This is a jar of bits and pieces of lace and stuff that I try to use this first. I also have, I'm going to turn around, so I'm sorry if I make you sick here, but I'm going to my drawers here. I have two more jars of that, and I'll go through those drawers in a separate video. But this one's on my desk. I try to use it first. This is a tin that my friend Judy made, and if I can open it with one hand, I'm not sure I'll be successful at that. I'm trying though. I can't get it, so I will just tell you that in there I have little tags that say thank you, and then my Made by Gail tags. And so I just grab this little tin when I have an Etsy order. And then this box, I have these plastic things from Stampin' Up, which are awesome. And so I'll just go through those real quick. So the first one is like homemade ephemera that I've made. The next one is stamps. The next one is die cuts, little tiny die cuts. Then I have an Artie Mays one. I have a Bygones Cards one, and I just put my leftover ephemera in these. Cameo Shop, Christie's Art Design. I have Dreams Etc., Miscellaneous, Mrs. Cog, Sue Olson, and then this is some die cuts that are great little flaps for envelopes. And then I have vintage paper back here. So those are my little Stampin' Up cases, and they're the ones that the stamps come in, but I didn't know that you could buy them. But my friend Leslie that does Stampin' Up, she's the one who sold those to me, so they are awesome for storage. So that's in there. And then the other things in this box, this is a little tiny journal from Mrs. Cog, and this is a bigger journal from Mrs. Cog that I got recently, and I am using it. It's an artist theme one, and I'm using it to kind of record. I'm recording my story, recording, you know, my art journey story is what it is. So I've gotten a bit of it done, more to do on that. And then also in here, I have my book. You've seen this before. This is from Lori Fusco, and it has all things journal in it. So like I keep track of custom orders. I have all my addresses of my friends in here, and ideas for new journals, that sort of thing. And then also in here, I think I got these at a thrift store. They are just these little divider things. And so I've, embellished them up and made those into tuck spots or pockets in journals. And then I have my little stack of these seed packets that I love to put in garden journals. So that is the desk tour, you guys. I hope you enjoyed that. And I just kind of keep what I need right at hand, right on my desk. So there's another craft room video. I'll be doing a few more so that I can show you some other things. But thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.